If you follow my advice, you could grow your revenue by multiple six figures or more in the next 12 to 18 months. I'll break down the winning strategy to grow your residential architecture firm by building a predictable client acquisition pipeline. My name is Marvin. I am the founder of Apix Marketing. And over the past 10 years, we have worked with businesses in 39 different countries, helped them to grow through proven marketing strategies. I'll share real case study results with you in a minute in this video. By the way, this strategy can also work for commercial architects, but I made a separate video on this channel about the number one strategy that we recommend instead. So let's get right into the strategy. All you need is your architecture firm's website and Google, and that's it. The problem is that your website doesn't rank on page number 1 for your most valuable search terms. And instead, you're showing up on page number 2 or even further down on Google search. And as we all know, there is a famous saying about that. The best place to hide a dead person is page 2 of Google. And it's funny, but it's also true. I mean, yes, you may rank at the top if you Google your exact business name. But a potentially new client is going to type in a specific combination of words. They're not going to just type in your name if they don't know you, right? I'll show you a few examples here in this video shortly of how this basically works. The truth is roughly 95% of people never go beyond page number 1 of Google, and 80% of people will click on one of the first 3 results. If you're not ranking in the top 3, it is almost statistically impossible for your ideal client to ever find you. So what is the solution? You need to rank for the search terms your ideal clients are already using when they're actively looking for an architect. If you rank on top, your ideal client can automatically find you, visit your website and book a consultation or just give you a call. And here's what that actually looks like. Instead of targeting broad keywords like architect in my location or architect near me, we focus on specific search terms that only your ideal client would ever search for. You can see about 10 search examples right here on my screen, and it illustrates how precisely we can target your next client with this strategy. What kind of keywords you should rank for will strongly depend on your offer as well. Now, let's look at what a Google ad campaign result could potentially look like after about 1 year. We'll take this campaign from one of our partners, and they generated 6,500 clicks via Google search advertising. And depending on your market, your location, your offer, and your website, between 2 and 10% of clicks can turn into appointments. That means those 6,500 visitors could translate into anywhere from roughly 130 to more than 600 appointments in a year. And of course, the result will also depend on your advertising budget. The business owner we are working with for this campaign is very happy with the results. And by the way, we are currently still running that same campaign for them now for close to 2 years, and it's about to enter year number 3. So I think you will know best how much a single project will be worth in terms of your average revenue. So I think it's easy to see why this type of inbound traffic strategy can quickly pay for itself. By the way, we also have a 30-page success guide containing close to 100 documented campaign results, testimonials, and also a lot of video reviews if you like to see just dozens and dozens of other examples. Now, if you're skeptical about this working for your business, it's usually because your firm relies heavily on referrals and established relationships, and that's completely understandable, especially if you have never advertised online before and this is the first time you're maybe thinking about it. But it's also the most common limiting belief that is holding architecture firms back from making the next step. And if that is you, I got 2 questions for you. Question number 1 is, if referrals would stop tomorrow, how would you get your new clients? How would that work in your case? Referrals are great, but you can't control when they happen. You can't control how many you get. And it is too unpredictable to be a growth strategy. Most architects tell me on these calls that we have that a few slow months can create a serious gap in their project pipeline. So it is better to treat referrals like the icing on the cake. That's what I would like to call it. Which leads me to question number 2. If referrals are the icing on the cake, then what is the cake made of? Shouldn't an independent marketing system be your cake, your foundation, so to say, for a predictable client flow? A client acquisition system that is completely in your own control. To be honest, I could spend another 40 minutes just talking about results and case studies and why you're not fulfilling your true potential if you don't use digital marketing. But I promised that I make this video just super short and give you the short version here today. So I'll just say that the number one lesson that I have learned from working with businesses in 39 countries over the past 10 years is that only the company that controls lead generation ultimately controls its future. And that's why we help architects build predictable client acquisition systems that work independently, without the risk and expense of building a huge in-house marketing team and without constantly wondering where our next project will eventually come from. If you would like help building a system like this for your firm that is fully automated for you, you can book a free call using a link in the description or on our website. There is one thing you should know beforehand. Over the past 10 years, we've worked with pretty much everyone from small six-figure businesses to nine-figure enterprises. And based on that experience, I'm generally confident that we can help you too. However, there's only one way to really find out. I cannot make this prediction without knowing you. So we need to have a conversation first. I'd love to learn more about you and your business, the goals that you are working towards, and maybe also what you have tried already when it comes to attracting new clients, maybe with alternative methods. And if that sounds like it's worth less than an hour of your time, you can book a free strategy call using the button below. Have a great day.